Hey, you guys, let me put this on pause.
My mother and I have never spoken my entire life. Whenever she sees.
All right. See, all right. When I tell you guys, I've said it before, and when you've been doing YouTube for a minute and you have women that are part of your audience for all the right reasons, and then you have women that are part. You're welcome, honey. You have women that are part of your audience for silly reasons. Okay? So, therefore, I'm aware of both parties being there and being present and watching my every move. So, I pretty much get a feel, or I pretty much get vibes off of how certain things will be perceived. Why? Because I know that a lot of people look for certain things to be able to have a leg to stand on or to be able to have something to say negative. So I pretty much know after I open up about certain things or give my opinion or whatever, like everybody else does, okay? I pretty much know after I do it what some are going to, how some are going to feel. A lot of people feel like you're pointing the finger at them when you don't even know them. A lot of people feel like they feel convicted. Again, you don't even know them. Um, so it's crazy. It's almost like psychotic. But again, I know and I'm aware of the type of people that potentially are out there. So I'm saying all that to say I've said it many, many times, and I know that it doesn't make some people feel good about what I say. But I've told you guys that I really don't do reality TV. Why? Because it's not really reality. The fact remains that they have to add spice to things. Wait a minute, babe. They have to add spice to things. Otherwise, it's not going to be something that people would want to look at and want to flock to and want to be entertained by. So I told you guys I really don't do it. And this is a reason why. One main reason, okay? I I was just breezing through the channels and saw a little scene or whatever. And I was like, let me try it. Let me look at it. Now I've watched it on and off, but I'm not one of those people who every week tune into it and all of that kind of stuff. That's just not my forte. But this is why I don't watch it. I was watching the Housewives of Atlanta, and this is the thing I cannot handle. I cannot deal with, and I just don't find it funny, cute, nor entertaining to see how women treat other women. It's not funny. It's not cute. And in fact, it makes us look quite silly. Because that's the only word, I use it all the time. That's the only word that I can think of for women of our age. Okay? And many of these women, are in their late 30s, some early 40s. I think Portia may be just hitting like mid 30 or something. But the fact remains is they're too old to be acting this silly. And you get that a lot. I mean, I see silliness from women, especially women that's not in their teens, haven't been in their teens in a long time. Having to touch up gray hairs and all that. So you too old to be this silly still. Okay? I can't do it. I can't do it. I can't. And people can think that I think I'm better or whatever. It's just that when you get to a certain age, aren't you supposed to grow? Aren't you supposed to act, you know, mature in all avenues of life? I just don't understand people that literally are mentally stunted. And that's exactly what they are. And to see women of this age, to see women of any age, but especially to see women of this age throw digs. These are people that they call each other friends, and they throw digs at each other. They're attacking each other. They're throwing underhanded, backhanded comments, and you know, waiting for them to share a moment that or reveal something of themselves so they can use it against them later on. And these are what they call friends. It's just ridiculous. And I just get so tired of it. And I've come to a place in my life that I don't flock to that because that's not how I live. Nor do I find that cute or funny. You know, they say birds of a feather flock together. And if you find that cute, funny, entertaining, or entertainment, you have to question, why is that something that's funny to you? Why do you chuckle over it? Why do you say, "Ooh, girl, I can't wait to see it"? It shows some kind of issues on your part if you think that that's normal, or even if you find that funny or a hee hee moment. It's not funny. It's quite sad. And it makes me not even want to really deal with a lot of women because, to believe it or not, more often than not nowadays this is the norm. Women acting this way or having insecurities, and when they see certain things in you that they lack or whatever, they have certain things arise in them, and jealousy spirits and all. It just makes you just like not even want to deal at all. It's just ridiculous. And this is why I don't watch this kind of stuff. Plus, whether you believe it or not, spirits are transferable. And I do know that when I used to watch these kind of shows every now and then, I would find myself angry at stuff and all kinds of little. I would find myself snapping and angry at little things and harboring little issues and all that kind of stuff because those spirits are transferable. And you can think I'm crazy if you want to, but guess what? I don't have to battle that spirit. I'm crazy, but I ain't gotta battle that spirit. So who the crazy one? I'm sane enough to know to stay away from that kind of stuff. I'm sane enough to know that that's not funny, cute, or entertaining. Thank you, baby. Okay. Yeah, I'm sane enough to do that. I'm sane enough to know that. I'm sane enough to recognize those spirits when I see them and call them by their name as the word teaches me. So I just don't have the time. It's not funny. It's not cute. It actually is a very sad sight. And especially in the African American community, because this happens amongst all races. Let me make that clear. Silliness and silly women are in all races, okay? But being that I am an African American woman, and I'm talking right now, I'm directing this sentence I'm doing now to African American women, which is in my community. It just basically, it makes people, it highlights, when people are looking for certain things to be able to say, when they're trying to make examples of why they think we're less than, or why we're inferior, or why we're mainly, breeding horses, why we are good for only a few things, why we're not wife material, why the majority of African American mothers are single. They can be called mom, but they can't be called wife. Look at the statistics. I mean, these things are not, I'm stating what people have often said about us, okay? And whether these things are true or false or whatever, whether they have facts to back up certain things and studies or whatever, what I'm saying is that when they see these type of shows, and then they see the ratings of who flocks to these shows, it makes them say, see, this is what they want to see. This is what they can relate to. Because when you can't relate to something, you usually don't find the interest in it. If I don't like sports, I'm not going to always tune into Sunday night game. I don't find it interesting. But if I play sports, if I like sports, I have a history of sports, I'm going to flock to that sports channel on Sunday night. I'm going to make it a point to see it. I'm going to get excited, have everything lined up, tell the phone calls to be on hold, because I can relate to that. That's entertaining for me. You understand what I'm saying? So it just speaks volumes. And I just can't do it. I just can't do it. I ain't got time. They ain't got the energy. I ain't gonna do it. So they won't be getting my ratings. But and Nene is really getting off the hook. I noticed she is really, really extra grand. And it's okay to, you know, grow financially. It's okay to prosper. That's what you should do. Okay. But if it comes along with a certain air about you, a certain attitude, and then it's also causing you to like have even more, add even more drama and picking on people, and I can't do it. That's just like when I used to watch what is it called? It had Tammy. Her name was Tammy. Basketball Wives. When she used to announce, I think she then calmed down a little bit. I think, not quite sure, but I have noticed she's been doing some. Her PR must have really told her to tone it down, or she's going to be losing a lot of jobs and money. Because I remember when she was playing that bully role, she too old to be a bully. You too old to be still doing that kind of silliness. It's silliness. It's silliness. I have a daughter who's about to turn 19, and I don't even see her going through this kind of stuff. And to see these women double her age going through it, acting this way, performing like straight up buffoons, it's just ridiculous. It's just ridiculous, and it's not entertaining to me. So, all right, you guys. So, yeah, I had to just touch base on this because I was like, wow. So, all right, you guys. I will talk to you guys later. Be blessed.